All right, so maybe I've got this thing to where I want it to be. I guess we'll find out. I can't tell if it's the hat that's crooked or if it's me that's crooked. It's probably me. I'm the one that's crooked. So hey, look, coffee in the morning, and it's actually morning. Well, it's 11:39 a.m., but a.m. is the morning, and that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, so I've got this thing figured out, hopefully, and maybe by Friday I'll be able to do it live on Facebook again, at least in the morning. Water percolating over here. It's not percolating, it's actually just boiling. It's about 140 degrees. We'll go up to 200. I've got coffee. I've got maple bacon this morning, brought to you by my mother from Christmas. Lovely. Got my grinder. Got my pour over. We're going to get this going here. Paper filter. We're going to warm this up. And I am using the internal speaker on this thing because I got the lapel mic and it was a Sting song. It was a song from the Police. Every breath I take, every move I made, it just, I could hear myself breathing, and I'm like, I hate that. That's the worst thing in the world. So I'm warming this up to a nice warm temperature because it was suggested by a YouTube person that I watch who is very into coffee that I kind of preheat the carafe that it's going into. So I will do that, and I will pre-wet the filter because it'll get rid of some of the paper taste. And this is really strong paper, so as you can see, water still passes right through it like a filter. So we're going to put the heavy paper side down over the spout, best of my ability, and that will keep it from, when we're pouring the hot water in, it'll keep the water from sealing this entryway right here and creating a vacuum. And when it creates a vacuum, less and less until no coffee comes through. All right, where are we at over here? We're at 180. Okay. All right, so let's get this in the machine. I have a fill line in my head. Take that as you will. And I know where to stop this beans in the grinder. So I think I weighed it once and it seemed to be the weight that it should be, so I just went with it. I've got a grind setting here. These are kind of arbitrary as far as I can tell. I mean, if you go between 20 and 30, the grinds get bigger. If you go between 20 and 10, the grinds get smaller. For pour over coffee, about that much seems right. So I'm going to go over here. 200. Boop. Turn that one off. Okie dokie. Now, it's going to get loud. So we'll let it get loud for a second or two, and you get to watch. That bean tried to escape. Okay, let's take a look. Smells like maple bacon and coffee. It's actually very surprising how nice these coffee. I mean, before I learned about this infusing coffee stuff with flavor, I just thought coffee was coffee. Unless you got it at Starbucks, and then it was dark sugar, burnt sugar water. So, because Starbucks coffee, not so much. So we're going to wet the bed. Ooh, it's the ghost of coffee's past. Ooh, here we go. We're getting it wet so that it can start the process. Everything's still really warm down here, so glass is pretty good at holding its heat for a minute or two. And as you can kind of see here, we've still got a nice air hole that'll keep the coffee going. We're going to be nice someday to get the confidence and the setup to do what the guy I watch on YouTube does. He's very, very established coffee maker person. I don't think that this Encore grinder, I don't think it can do espresso grinds. Espresso grinds are incredibly fine and very, and then the whole apparatus to do an espresso, I do not have, and do not have the funds. Being currently unemployed, I do not have the funds to buy an espresso machine. You know what? Even when I was employed, I didn't have the funds for an espresso machine. See what we're doing here basically is we're letting it drain, and then when it gets down to a certain point, the water level, we go back and we agitate the coffee grounds, and that's called a bed. So basically the coffee grounds may form a bed, and what you don't want is you don't want the bed to look like a cone. You want the bed to remain flat. And I've gotten pretty good at it because you let it go down and then you agitate it a little bit more with the water, the bed, and then you wait a little bit more. And with smaller carafes, it's a like a 2-minute pour is what I would call it. This is like a 4-minute pour because it's larger. Okay, so we got down a little lower, so we'll finish this last pour. And everything's got a name. There's extraction, so we're extracting the flavor from the beans, you know. So everything's got some kind of a name to it, and it always sounds so cool. So here we are, born to make coffee. We're the princes of the coffee universe. I like it better when I can do these live. You kind of steel yourself a lot more. You're mindful that you're live, so you don't use unwanted language or, you know, go on tirades or go on things. And with this, you know, you kind of can, and then you can realize, and then you can edit it out. And that's why I hate pigeons. Oh, back to the coffee. So we're back to the coffee now. Sorry about that. 5 minutes of my life I'll never get back. Okay. Here we go. We're getting there. It looks really nice. Of course, it always looks nice. This coffee, the Bones Coffee Company is a great coffee company, and they do so many wonderful flavors. And, you know, there's seasonal flavors, and then there's flavors that they keep around for a while, and I think they have retired a couple, even though I think that they do come back. So, and as you can kind of see here, the bed, which is the grounds coffee, is rather flat. Before, I would pour, go away, come back, pour again, go away, come back, pour again, and it would get this cone shape that would just go all the way down to the point where it would all push up against the wall. Here we're only getting the foamy little bits against the wall, and the bed itself is flat. So I'm getting better at this, and it is something that I enjoy doing. So we're going to take this, and then we're going to put it down there because that has extracted as it should. Yes, we lift this up and ooh, give it a little swirl. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Okay, let's give her a pour. Oh. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Perfect for me. Not perfect for everyone. Perfect for me. Someday I'll get the eyeline right on this camera. It's all a learning process. Never forget. Every day you're learning, even though you wanted to stop a long time ago. You know, and if it gets frustrating, it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be angry, but use that frustration and anger to never give them the satisfaction. Yeah. The maple flavor comes right through, and then there's that hint of saltiness from the bacon infusion there at the very end. And I know that that's not everybody's cup of coffee, but it's my cup of coffee. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully we'll do it again tomorrow. I'll do another different cup of coffee, talk about it over a little bit about it, and then you get to watch the grinder go again. Hey, you know, it's the simple things in life, right? Have a good day.